Check. 1 2 1 2. Vatorgames in the building. I should have been on screen from the very beginning. Listen, I'm Vatorgames. This is Vatorgames TV. This is another episode of CIA, Citeh Intelligent Agendas. All right. Sunday, international break. What are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? You can see agenda targets during this international break are focused. They're focused on two important clubs. And they're focused on these clubs because you got first, second favorites to have to deal with. Citeh are in the mix, and that conversation will take place. But I had to address a few agendas, and I hope you tune in. I hope you stick with this. I'm going to have some agents be a part of the show as well, and of course, I'm going to give my few points, my few takes on things. Now, first things first, my peoples come first. My people, those that are here, those that are no longer here, always thought of and remembered. Also, every show, the person that's in the mix from the beginning, from the very first post, they got notifications. Obviously, they're subscribed because they're in the chat even before the show goes live. They've dropped a comment, and I got to show love to the very first to do it this show. And the very first is my Dre P in the building. Hail Vader, thank you so much. Well, now we will know which teams are one-man teams. Ooh, you know what that?
Shots fired!
Shots fired. Listen, Dre P, we're going to get into it. 100%. And I got Sam in the building. Sam goes, big up Vader, good evening / good morning to wherever the chat is, of course. Get the likes up, people. Thank you. You know what? I got studio open as well. I'm checking. Listen, this is so kind of you. 10 likes, early days, very much appreciated. We're just getting started. And this is going to be a really good show. I think you're going to enjoy it. Now, big up, and Sam wants to say Vader. Oh, I got that one. Sorry, I want to talk about when Italy scored, they said Holland only scores against weak teams. Then they proceeded to get battered 4-1. It's crazy. The performance from Holland, quality as well. If I can get away with maybe putting some stills on screen, I will do that. This is CIA. And then obviously this show, I know this is going to be a great show. I know the show is going to be up and popping when I got my gal in the building. When my gal's in the building, there's nothing. There's nothing that's going to ruin the show. And Rose is in the building. Good looking out, Rose. Thanks for being a part of the show. She goes, hey, Vader, love and blessings to you and your family. Thank you. Same to you. I'm looking forward to an amazing stream, learning from one of the smartest. Rose, you're too kind. And blessed to you and the family. Hope all is well, for sure. Marion in the building. What's up, my blue? I see you. And Sam saying what up to Rose. Now, let me adjust the microphone real quick here. Let me move this a little bit. All right. I got an agent backstage that I'm going to bring forward. We're going to have an amazing conversation. This show is going to be on point. I'm going to be very cognizant of the timing of it. Blue Heart in the building. He goes hi to all as well. Now, let me make sure this agent that I'm going to bring forward, we got to do proper intros. This is CIA. You know what I mean? This is CIA. There's a theme to it. I hope you enjoy it. And if you got any feedback, I take the feedback. All right. Be respectful with it, but I take the feedback. Today, joining. I got the agent that's going to be joining, and I got to give them a proper intro. Let me make sure I got it set up. I got my man Gundalorian in the building. How you doing, Gundo?
Hey Vader, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. What are you saying?
I'm good. I'm driving, but I wanted to join the show. Is there an echo or it's just me?
No. There's no echo. You're clean. Maybe.
Okay.
You probably have the car sound going through, but no, I hear no echo. It's real. It's good.
Good.
Awesome. I got everybody in the chat right now. I got pitch points. Channel details are in the description. Go and show some love. Subscribe as well. and we're gonna have an interesting conversation. I'm gonna have a few things on screen that I'm gonna put to share. Gundo's obviously in his vehicle, so I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna be very descriptive with what I'm describing, so he doesn't have to look anywhere else but on the road. But a few things, and Dre P does hear an echo. Interesting. You guys hear? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can adjust this on my end.
Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. Hold on a second.
Okay. Oh, that's funny because I did not hear an echo at all, but you guys did. Wow. Everybody in the chat doing well.
Yeah, this should be fine now.
Okay, yeah, I think that should be good. I'm going to share this comment real quick before we get into the show. But Blue Heart wants to say, in the beginning, when the new owners came in, they laughed at Little City. Facts that they did. They belittled. They poo-pooed. They said it was a failed project, as if we were puppies with adult ambition. They did all that, and they you know what they also did, Blue Heart? Which it takes some time for it to come full circle, and those that know or are confident in themselves, they know over time things are going to work themselves out. Thank you everybody for joining in. Thank you also for hitting that like button. It's always appreciated. I see you in the building. It's that when they talk their narratives or their lies, it's going to come out and the truth gets exposed. So how they said, City were only able to win because of how they spent, right? That then gets negated. That agenda gets destroyed, right? That myth gets nullified because you see other clubs that spend more than City and don't have the success, right? So things that they were holding over us to be like, they want to downplay, they want to diminish the accomplishments that City do and say, they were only able to get here because of money. Well, other clubs have spent more than City and have not, since City have been in the mix doing what they do, have not had the success of City. So it can't be spending. It can't. We all know that's an overly simplified attacking point, which I hope every City fan does not fall for. Now, I got another agent in the mix. Actually, I think maybe. Okay, let me switch out. Hold on. You want to take out the previous link in, Gundo? I have him joined twice. I'm not sure which one is which. Let me remove the newer one. And if he needs to switch, then I'll add it back. But listen, rivals and their talking points were way off the mark. And the talking points that they tried to hurt us with, right? No blemishes, no cuts, no bruises. We are whatever. Look at how these rivals are spending. Now, we're going to keep this on point. Today's show is going to be on point. I got you. Let's stay locked in for a good hour. Let's be sharp with this. The agenda targets, we're going to be clean. It's an international break. We're not spraying these. We're not going to spray these targets. We're not going to spray these targets. Yes, Chelsea are third. They're in the mix. Yes, we have a congested fixed standings, but again, we're not going to be discussing those for this international break. For this international break, we're going to be laser focused. We're going to be laser focused, not on the Chelseas, not on the Sunderlands, not on the Spurs, not on Villas or 7th United or 8th Liverpool. Well, actually, we are going to focus on Liverpool despite them being 8th. All right. Now, Arsenal. All right. And let me do my best. I'm going to provide you guys with timestamps if I can. I'm not sure if that's something that can be done from a moderator standpoint, but it's something I'm going to look to do. So to make it nice and clean, I'm going to do this. Vatorgames. And I'm going to put this on screen. All right. Actually, let me add Gun Lauren. I see that he's back. All right. Let me know in the chat if you hear an echo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I think that's good. The chat will let me know if there's an echo, but I think we're good.
Yep.
So I mentioned to everybody watching, we're going to stay laser focused on this show. CIA, we got to deal with the rivals. We got to deal with the threats to Manchester City and its success. But over the international break, we're going to stay focused. We're going to deal with those other bums that are like 6th, 7th, right? Current standings. They're not bums. It's just where they are in the standings, all right? But what we are going to discuss, what we have to discuss is Arsenal. And Arsenal happen to be leading the league, right? No surprises there. They're 4 points ahead of us. If let me give a full recap for everyone that doesn't know. Arsenal are leading the league right now. 11 games played with 26 points. City have 22 points. Behind City is Chelsea with 20 points. All right. So we have this to focus on, and I got another agent that I'm going to bring to the stage. I realize I got to clean some things up because I'm behind the image, and the image shouldn't be behind me. So how am I going to move that if I do this? Oh, there we go. Easy. I got another agent to the stage, so let me include them so they can hear how I'm kind of breaking this down, and we'll continue this moving forward. We got Agent Conway in the building. How you doing, Conway?
Yes, great. Good. What's going on?
Nah, we all good, man. We got Gun DeLorean. We got you. Both of their ads are in the description, so please follow them on Twitter X. Follow Pitch Points Gun DeLorean on YouTube, and I'll do my best to keep track with the comments. I'll put them on screen, or I'll say them out loud when necessary. But I was mentioning to everybody, today's laser focus. Two targets, two agenda targets. We're not going to deal with everybody else. We're going to deal with Arsenal and Liverpool. Now, Dre P, right in the comments, he did not hold back. He did not hesitate. He was
Shots fired!
He was taking his shots early. He was like, there's apparently one club that's a one player, one man team. Other clubs are going to have to step their game up with players going down. I happen to have on screen right now, and unfortunate, we don't wish injury on anyone, but unfortunate there happens to be an injury to Gabriel Magalhaes over at Arsenal. We are going to have to discuss what this potentially means, and I'm gonna throw this conversation to you, Conway, before I let Gun DeLorean in. When you saw the news, what did you initially think, and have you heard any updates? I'm talking to the agents in the field. Have you gotten any updates with regards to how long this injury may be?
About Gabriel.
Yeah, about Gabriel.
I think it's a Gordon injury. Hang on, there's an echo.
There's an echo for you? Okay, I'm not sure why. Is it my side? Okay, yeah, leave and come back real quick. Let me rejoin. Let me add Gun DeLorean. And everybody in the chat, hopefully the echo's gone. Oh, well, there was an echo with Conway, but hopefully the echo that was there with Gun DeLorean Pitch Points is gone. All right, we're going to add him back.
Yep.
Let us know in the chat if you're hearing an echo from Conway.
They still.
All right, I think we're good. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
You don't hear an echo?
I'm not hearing an echo, but it might be different for the audience. It's still there. Is it me? What the heck? Hold on. Let me see. All right, guys. Maybe it's on my end. Let me fix this. I hate that they do that. All right, so I'm gonna do this. All right, let me know if you guys still hear an echo. All right, do count to 3, please.
1, 2, 3.
Let me know if you heard that echo when Conway is counting 1, 2, 3, please.
I don't think the echo's there anymore.
Now it's fine. Okay, big ups, yeah. Big ups. Maybe that was my end. That's so weird. Okay, so I changed that. That's working fine. No.
Yeah, no, it's all good now.
All right, big ups. Apologies for that. Technical difficulties. We got it cleaned up. Now, what we got to focus on, and I was asking Conway if he heard about the injury. He mentioned groin injury. I heard the same thing. Apparently, it's a groin injury. I heard it's maybe like a grade 2 grade tier type thing. So severe, but not season ending. I think 3 to 5, 3 to 6 weeks is what I'm hearing. Those of you in the chat, if you've heard differently, let me know. I see Fox in the building. Good looking out.
But you see where he's holding his groin, Gabriel. He's holding it a bit higher up.
Yeah, like hip flexor.
Yeah. So when you're looking at those types of groin injuries, they tend to take a bit longer than a grade 1. A grade 2, you're possibly looking at 3 to 6 weeks. So it's entirely dependent on what the full diagnosis is going to be like. Obviously, we don't understand the full report as of yet. It's going to get done. Maybe it was done today, and Arteta is going to release that information by Friday. Usually when they do the press, they do their presses before the weekend. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a multiple months sore injury. You're probably looking at a short number of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think as CIA, everybody in the chat, as CIA, we need to be very careful. We need to be careful with this information. Again, we're not gonna carry on and cheer or celebrate injuries. We don't do that. That's not what we do over at City. However, we are going to look at what this new information may lead to. All right, what this information may lead to. And good looking out, Rose. Let me know that the audio is good. As Conway mentioned, 3 weeks on the minimum, right? And maybe more than that. So we will only work on the minimum. We will only work on the minimum because that's what we got to plan against or plan for. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to talk out loud. I won't put this on screen for you guys. But the next 3 weeks, because we're going to look at this week, he's most likely going to be out. I think we count this as week 1. All right. Week 1, who he plays on Sunday, who Arsenal play on Sunday are Spurs. They play at home against Spurs. That's the 23rd of November. All right. 3 days after that, okay, this is still week 1. That's still considered week 1. In week 1, they're going to play Spurs. 3 days later, they're going to play Bayern. And then on the Sunday, which we will consider to be week 2, on Sunday we'll consider that to be week 2, they play Chelsea away. Chelsea away without Gabriel. All right. Now they play without Chelsea. They play Chelsea without Gabriel in week 2, and then 4 days later, they play Brentford midweek. All right. So they play Brentford still considered week 2. 3 days from that, they play away to Aston Villa. Now that is week 3. So in the span of just the 3 weeks that we could probably look at, Arsenal, Arteta are going to have to manage without, in my opinion, their best player of the season so far. Now, yeah. Conway, would you agree with that Gabriel's been their best player so far for the season?
100%, yeah.
And I'm not going to do not just yet. I'm not going to do what Gabriel means to Arsenal. I'm not going to do his set piece goals. I'm not going to do all that he's meant defensively, but we know how important he's been defensively. He's been the most consistent, like Conway, and he agrees with me. Gabriel has been the best player for Arsenal. They're going to be playing without their best player for a minimum of 3 weeks in some very difficult games. I see what you guys were saying in the chat. Ak was reminding that the North London derby is going to consist of games without Gabriel. Pitch points, Gundalorian's back. I think the echo was on my end, Gundo. We got it sorted out. The chat let us know. Dre P, last comment goes, Brentford and Villa going to be real tough. They better score more than 1 goal is what he wants to remind them of, and that's important. So they're going to have to show that they can score goals without being so reliant on their set pieces, which they've been, and we know how important Gabriel's been. So from a CIA standpoint, from planting those seeds, inception, the agendas, and thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Hey, Vader, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Gundo. You're good.
Is there an echo or am I good?
No, I think you're good. No echo. Chat will let us know if there's an echo, but I think you're good. You're good to go. Okay. Conway just dropped. But I was just mentioning to them, I'm not sure if you heard this, Gundo, but Gabriel Magalhaes is out for minimum 3 weeks. And I was just breaking down the 3 weeks and the games that they will be playing within the 3 weeks. Very concerning. Very concerning.
What happened to him?
So playing internationally, he suffered what is a groin injury or hip flexor, like high groin. Had to like be subbed off the pitch. Ancelotti mentioned it was like an unfortunate injury, but apparently I think he was nursing it before the game.
Yeah, he was training by himself before the game.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I think obviously he's a player that plays with a lot of intensity and aggressiveness, and I didn't see how he suffered it, but I did see that he's going to be minimum 3 weeks. So
I mean, that's unfortunate. I hate injuries. It's unfortunate. You want players to be fit. I hope he gets well soon.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. And I was saying, everybody for being in the chat, thank you so very much. If you see that number of people in the chat, let's equal that number with the rest of the likes, and you guys are doing exactly that. Good looking out, much love, and thank you so much. This is it. So we're not going to carry on. CIA aren't going to carry on and be happy and say, ha ha, look at you with regards to injuries, on how some Arsenal fans did react with regards to Rodri. But we do want to point out the importance of having such an important player out. Gabriel has been the leader defensively. He's been leaned on heavily with regards to even scoring goals, with regards to their set pieces. He's going to be hugely, hugely missed. What's going to be interesting to see how Arteta adjusts with him gone. Who fills in, who takes that leadership role. And it's funny enough that I don't know if Arteta shifts from being so defensively sound to then changing that and maybe looking to be more attacking, with apparently a lot of his attacking players coming back. I don't think he changes. I don't see Arteta changing. I think he just slots in the next player, and he's going to be just as defensive minded, maybe more, given the loss of Gabriel.
I mean, for me, I see this differently though. I'm not worried about Arsenal, even with a fit Gabriel. I'm not worried about them. I've never been. My worry has always been Liverpool. That's been always the test for me.
Okay. We will discuss Liverpool for sure. We will discuss Liverpool.
Yeah,
that's a fair point. Now, I want to ask. I want to see. Let's establish a certain balance here. Conway, are you kind of in agreement with regards to how you weigh one club versus the threatening levels? Is Liverpool still your higher threat versus Arsenal when you think about the remaining season and who's going to be who we will be competing with against?
Well, in that sense, I still think Arsenal are a much bigger threat. Well, because if you look at someone like Gabriel, even if they are missing him for, let's say as an example, 3 weeks, which is a lot of number of games that's going to take place within those 3 weeks. I'm looking at the options that they have. They have Mosquera and Hincapié, who I believe are two very good, solid defenders. Whereas,
True.
If you compare that to what Liverpool have, if Van Dijk or one of Konate was to get injured, they only have Gomez and I think a kid from their academy. I forgot his name. So they're quite light in that regard. But I still think Arsenal are just they have enough depth in terms of who they can bring on.
They have great depth.
And that's why I don't think this Gabriel injury is going to hurt them that much, because Arteta is still going to approach the game in the same way he's always has done.
See, I agree with you in terms of they have players, right? But the bigger picture for me is that they haven't done it, and they're not going to do it. It's not about the players you have; it's about the mentalities that you have. They ain't going to do it. The last year was their year. Let's be clear: Liverpool were okay, but they were not City levels. They didn't do it. City are back.
Wow. Okay.
And I say this every year, right? This era we're in, this past 5-7 years, the next 3 to 4 years, is going to be a City Liverpool era. That's it. I'm sorry. I say it every year. Until you cross the boundary and to beat a Guardiola team to a title, until you've done it, I'm sorry. Liverpool will not be 8 points ahead right? Or whatever it is and lose the title to us. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Okay. Now, I hear your point with regards to Arsenal having done it, right? But the fact that they were only 2 points off doing it 2 seasons ago does, I mean, in my point, in terms of
Veta, it's not 2 points off. We caught up with them with 8 to 9 points behind. They were ahead.
no, Gundo, I know that, but despite us getting past them, us winning our fourth, right, getting past them, winning our fourth, they were still a club to be aware of, to be concerned with.
Not to
right?
me, Veta. Not to me. I never
Wow.
backed them.
Wow.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not
right.
to me, Veta.
Okay.
Because the last years that we beat them to the title, something cracked mentally with them in the latter part of the season. There was a crack. Something cracked. You can't be 8 points ahead and then you lose by 2 points. That's a 10-point swing in less than 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Something cracked. And until they show me that they fixed that, you could buy all the players you want. You could buy Erling Haaland if you want to.
No, now you're doing too much. Now you're doing too much.
I'm just telling you, bro.
I hear the confidence that you have, and I see all of you in the chat right now, the 19 of you, so very much. Thank you. Hit that like button as well. Keep the viewership, keep the likes to match up. And we're slightly off right now. Oh, we're then back. You guys are brilliant. Thank you for doing that. Now, if there's a slight echo, I'm not too sure what to do mid-show, during the show. All the settings seem to be fine, and I tried to reduce it on my
There's no echo. There's no echo there.
All right, bless. Now, I'm going to work kind of backwards here real quick because Prodigy goes, I think we are entering an Arsenal and Chelsea era, not Liverpool and City. I'm going to take that as a little bit of tongue-in-cheek joke right there because we definitely need to see some proof before we declare anything entering into an era. We need to see some level of winning because right now, Prodigy, all we've seen is winning from Chelsea. And that's not even within.
Veda, here's a fact, Veda. Listen, let's be clear, right? Until Guardiola leaves, there will be no Arsenal Chelsea era.
Okay,
he is the master. All these guys, they're all students, right? If you go watch a film, you ain't seen no student be the master. Go watch what's that film again? The kung fu film, the one about the master and the kid. The what's it called? The something kid, karate kid, right? Kid. You ain't beating him. Yes, you can win. Maybe you can win a bout in the overall pantheon of games, but you ain't. There's no trend, bruh.
All right, let me tell you this though. Gundo, and everybody in the chat, let me know if you've heard this as well with a yes or a no, or if you've heard differently. Conway and Gundo, I've been hearing that most Arsenal fans, obviously they're leading the league, and when they look at who would they prefer to be in the mix, who they would prefer to be challenging them, they're saying City. They're saying
they lie.
They would rather
they
City
lie. Let me. They lie. Listen. Right when Arsenal started this season, Conway, and City were still figuring out themselves, and we're still struggling with injury and people not back. We went to the Emirates and almost won. Let me be clear, right? Arsenal go to Anfield and lost. Arsenal have not beaten any of their top two rivals.
Yeah, but we've proven that that's not necessary.
No. Let's be clear. No, the data doesn't back it up. When everybody's ready to go, when everybody's top, if you want to win the league, you have to beat your rivals. If you don't beat your rivals, you ain't winning the league, bruh.
That's not compulsory though, because there've been seasons where we were going back and forth with Liverpool and we didn't beat them. We still won the league though.
That's what I mean. Like from a
but how many? Standpoint. But in a 3-horse race, right? Oh, my phone's dead again.
Oh. All right, we lost Gunnar, but this is a talking point that we will revisit. We'll have again on this show. Trust me, because I'm pleasantly surprised with Gunnar confidence to just write off Arsenal like that. I'll be real with you. He's like when Gunnar says to be clear like that. When he says to be clear, he does not.
He doesn't rate them a single bit.
He doesn't rate them at all. I just brought back Gundelorian. Can you hear us?
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, Vader. So just ask Conway. In the season that we won the title, we've beaten our rivals at least once. It may be home, it may be away, at least once. You
Okay.
have to beat
Okay.
them. You don't beat
You
them,
do.
you just you're not going to win the title. You're not. Look,
Yeah.
listen, I respect Arteta. I like what he's done. That's good. It's all that kind of stuff. To go 38 games, right, to win in a peak, when Guardiola has his stuff back, when he has his players back, you're not going to beat him, bro. It's not happening. It's just
Okay.
not happening.
Okay. Now,
Last
now,
season, injured players. Pep himself said he was off it. Staff were off it. There was some arrogance. There was some issues they didn't resolve. They brought players in late. Yeah, okay, fine. 1 in 5 years. And then Liverpool. Yeah, last year was Arsenal's year. They should have won it last year. Slot's first season. Arteta's been there for 3 or 4 years. Should have won it.
yeah, he should have won it, but I also do recognize the injury cycle or plague that they did have, and it was 2 years of going full tilt, right? The 93% leading the league and losing by 2 points the season before. But I do want to say this, because you said it's a lie that Arsenal fans would rather City be chasing them. Do you not see why they would rather City than Liverpool? Because in my opinion, I think Liverpool do have the better 11. I know that Slot isn't getting them to perform to the levels, but when we all kind of looked at, I think many of us, when we looked at the starting 11 returning this year, wasn't the emphasis like, you know what, Arsenal have the deepest squad,
Nah, they
Liverpool
lie.
probably have the
They tell
best
they
11.
lie. They lie. It's a comfort blanket. You don't want City chasing you with a full squad and Guardiola on his bump. You don't want that shit. What do you want that for? He's gonna kill you.
Okay, okay, all right.
They
I'm not mad
lie.
at that. Let me hit up these comments real
City,
quick.
City, City at full strength with a Guardiola that had his head on, that is ready. You don't want him chasing you with 8 games to go and 2 points behind. You don't want that. And
Okay,
you have to come to
I
the Etihad. You don't want that.
I hear
That's
it.
a
I hear it.
lie.
I got Sam in the building. Sam in the building agrees with Carl. He goes, LOL, laugh out loud. Carl has a point, but it's a bit funny not rating them at all. I hear it. I hear it. But Gundelorian, Carl wants the proof. Show me the evidence before he changes his mind. And I get that. Dre P goes, I agree with you, Vader. Disagree with Gundo. City can draw a couple games versus the top four and smash everyone else. That's been Pep's philosophy. It's true. I mean, we we don't play down to our competition. We also look to win every match, even if it's going up against strong opponents like the Liverpools and Arsenals. We look to win those matches where we've seen Arteta take the approach, and I think this is what Gunnar was saying. We've seen Arsenal take the approach where, you know what, we'll play for a draw versus playing for a win and accepting a draw that happens as the outcome. It's very different. The psyche and the approach is very, very different.
I
I
mean,
remember Conway talking about this. Go ahead,
yeah,
Conway.
but Vader, if you look at the past 3 seasons and you compare our Big Six record to Arsenal's, Arsenal have a better Big Six record to us in the past 3 seasons. But in the past 3 seasons, we have 2 league titles to their none. So that's why I'm not fixated on, oh, if Tottenham come to our ground, we need to remove that juju of them trying to beat us every single time we face up against them and see if we can win. No, if Tottenham beat me, the next game when I play a Brentford or Newcastle as an example, we should still be winning that game. I don't go into a Premier League match thinking the 3 points against Chelsea, for an example, is more valuable than the 3 point against Fulham. Because at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points. Arsenal having a better Big Six record than us over the past couple of seasons has done nothing for them. So to Gundo's point about they're not beating their rivals, at the end of the day, it's about who's accumulating the most points across their year game. That's the most important thing that matters. That's what makes
Okay.
you win leagues.
All right, I want to be cognizant of this time, and I hear that point now. I see the chat, the chat's popping off, and I like it. I like the convo. Everyone's being respectful, sharing their points of view. Prodigy in the building. Now, Prodigy, Chelsea fan. I know I said at the beginning of the show we're laser focused with regards to the agenda targets for this show. It's Arsenal and Liverpool, but it looks like Prodigy's doing his bit to be like, Vader, you're disrespecting my club. You're disrespecting Chelsea. We need to be in that target list as well. Prodigy, you guys will be. Just as of right now, I'm taking the Gundelorian pitch points approach. I need to see more evidence. Now you're third, all right? You're third, but I need to see more. And what's funny is Prodigy, perfect for this show. He's right there with the agendas because he wants to remind everybody. He goes, Chelsea's manager has won 2 trophies last season, something that Arteta obviously hasn't won, and he's trying to put Maresca in that conversation with Arteta, despite Blue Heart saying, you know what, Maresca shouldn't be in the convo with Arteta just yet, but we got them on the radar. Prodigy, Chelsea's on the radar. We're paying very close attention because what London clubs, no disrespect, what London clubs tend to do very well at is perform when no one's looking or paying attention to them. All right? Spurs, Arsenal, and Chelsea, when no one's really rating you guys or saying you guys must be doing something, you guys succeed. You guys do what you got to do. Look at the Club World Cup. You guys were written off. No one said it was for you guys to have won it, and you guys kind of had a free hit, took full advantage of it. I'm gonna move focus. I'm gonna move focus real quick, and we gotta discuss.
Vatorgames.
We gotta discuss Liverpool. Now, what a difference a couple games have made. What a difference a few weeks have made. But more importantly, what a difference one game has done with Liverpool playing City. Let me take this off screen because we're no longer talking about no longer talking about Arsenal. But we need to talk about Liverpool. We need to talk about Liverpool with regards to their threat level. Now, Gunalorian said it. I'm going to have him speak on this first. Gunalorian said that he still considers Liverpool to be the ones to be concerned about, the ones to be thought about with regards to this upcoming title race. You want to speak to what are maybe 1-2 factors on why you still want to keep Liverpool in the mix, despite it not being Klopp's Liverpool? Gundo, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Oh, maybe Gundo's not there. What might be...
I'm here, sorry, Vader. My car keeps picking up. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. I was saying, what might be 1 or 2 points why you have Liverpool as that club?
So let me give context. So at the beginning of the season, I've always said Liverpool is always the one that we need to make sure that we're above by a margin, because they are the ones who've threatened us over the past couple of years. They've shown that they can get to 97 points, not win the league, but they get close. They've shown they can get to 91 points. By 1 point, we win. They've shown it. They won titles before, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones I worry about. Now, Slot has not performed like he's supposed to perform, and Liverpool have dropped the ball so far this season in the past couple of games, but they still beat Arsenal, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They still beat Arsenal, and there's no guarantee that if they go to the Emirates, they won't beat them again, right? So, maybe it's a respect thing. I just feel that they've been there before. When somebody's been there before and fought with it, these are not my words, but this is Guardiola's words. He rates Liverpool and plays the opposition even more than Arsenal. That's the point. It's not me.
No.
So,
I hear that.
and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't rate. Also, a good team. They've done well. They've hired well. They've bought players well. But, bruh, listen. If you want to beat City when they're the lowest of the lowest, right? This season, you have to beat you should have beaten them. Right? Last year, you beat us 5-1. You still didn't win the title.
Yeah.
So if you're a betting man, if you're an investing man, you're going to put stocks on Arsenal to win it?
When you put it that way, I'm not. But if you're going to be looking at the important, like what had Liverpool winning the league last year, right? Because I would say this, I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I don't think Liverpool were tested last season.
Bro,
like I don't.
Once City fell off, ask Patrick this. Once we fell off, I said Liverpool's going to win the title. It's done. It's just done. Ask Adam. Ask Patrick. Once we fell off, it's done. We're cooked. Liverpool's going to win it.
Okay.
Switched off, and I was watching them. I liked what they were doing. I saw how they were playing. They won.
Right, let me ask you the tough question. If City were, you're all hypotheticals, we don't expect this, but if City were to fall off this season, would you not say that this is Arsenal's season?
City won't fall off the season.
No. I know this. But okay, we're talking Liverpool right now. Currently, and let me do this full transparency because I did this with regards to Chelsea. I mean, with regards to Arsenal, I want everybody to be aware of this. So currently in the standings, right? You've got to scroll. You know how normally when you click on EPL standings, there's the 5. You gotta now click on show more. You gotta show more to see Liverpool, right? You gotta show more to see Liverpool, and Liverpool are currently 8th. They've played 11 games.
I hear Vader. All right, I got a mental picture of the table, but if you scroll back to this time last year, right? City was the same position as Liverpool, right? We're down. We were 9th, 8th, whatever it was. We're terrible. October was terrible for us, right? We lost how many games in a row? We were just like Liverpool. We were.
Okay.
Right? So in the year that we were off, guess who won it? The team that was challenging at the top of Arsenal. Also probably ahead, or maybe we're close. Same shit. Same thing.
I totally disagree. You know,
Go ahead, comment.
That's fine.
Do you know why I disagree, Gundo? Yeah, because you were mentioning about historically speaking that we've been going back and forth with Liverpool, which 100% I agree with. Yeah, but historically speaking as well, when have Liverpool been the side that came up top when another team was going back and forth with them in a title race? That's never happened. You can go back to all the way.
No, you're right.
When they had Brendan Rodgers as a manager and Gerrard
said they had
the opportunity to win the league then. And then with them accumulating 97 points and 91 points, they still didn't go above and beyond to still win the league. The only 2 seasons where they won the league over the past 6-7 years was been when they had to run away with it, and the second team or the third place team didn't give them any sort of challenge whatsoever.
Yeah, you're right, Conway.
Even if now we decide to fall off and we become the horrible team that we were last season, which I don't think is going to happen, and Arsenal and Liverpool were to go back and forth, historically speaking, I would put all my money on Arsenal to win that league title above Liverpool.
Do you remember, Conway, when Arsenal played, I believe a season or 2 ago, was it like 10 games or something? They won all the games, something crazy. They had this incredible run. And then we got to the turn of the year. We got to February and March. 8 games to go, couple of points ahead, and they bottled it.
Yeah, but that was to us though.
That was after losing the
correct,
after drawing to us. Yeah.
Correct.
They bottled the league title to us. They didn't bottle it to Liverpool.
Right. Whenever City are not at it, Liverpool will win. Whenever Liverpool are not at it, City are going to win.
Yeah, but when we're not at it, 1920 and last season, and Liverpool won those 2 league titles, there wasn't another team to challenge with them. It was just Liverpool running away with it.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this season really, really unique is that it is, and I hear Gundo's point with regards to
Vader, we again go back last year, the year before, Arsenal were leading.
Yeah,
in a 4 in a row, they were points ahead. They have the same stride in the early part of the season, and then we get to the final third, and bang. We saw Sunderland 2-2.
Sunderland was the key game, but again,
hear me out, right? But that's the same kind of DNA that we saw when they played, I believe, it was Southampton years ago in the final third. I think it was 2-2 or something.
Yeah, but
now they have better players.
Gundo, what you're not understanding is Southampton, all these games that you're mentioning, in a title race, Liverpool will do the same thing. I will never in my life back Liverpool in a title race. I can't do it because they've never got over the line when there's another team competing with them.
Unfortunately for us, or for them, is that we, when we don't win it, the evidence says they win it.
Yeah, but that's when they're running away with it. There's not another team competing with them for the league title. They have to run away with it. That's the only way Liverpool win the league.
Right, but then the problem is that in your equation is that right now City are on form. That's the problem. So if we extrapolate that, City win it again, and Arsenal comes second again.
Yeah, but we're going to be in the league title race with Arsenal. That's what I believe.
Oh, there's no doubt in that. I'm not saying that. Oh, yeah, I agree with you that there'll be a race, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I agree with you, but I'm talking about who wins it.
Yeah. No, yes, we all early days in the season, 11 games played. We all
If
have
basically
confidence in City already.
if we play Newcastle on was it Saturday or
Gundo,
Sunday
no,
next
no,
week,
no, no, Gundo, you're going too far. No, I don't want to go ahead. I don't. I know where you're gonna go with this. No, I don't want to. I don't want. No, I don't want you to go ahead. We're dealing with game week 11 international break. We're assessing some of the threats. Now, I want to put this on screen real quick. Gundo, I know.
just a,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
there are things that call leg breakers,
Mm-hmm.
right? There are games that, and I won't go into it.
Okay.
That one is one of them.
I knew I should have stopped him from explaining it. Okay, listen. The Newcastle game, leg breaker. We'll discuss it. We're going to discuss it in detail next CIA show. But what's important, and I want to recap before I actually continue to talk about Liverpool and just Liverpool. Thank you all for being in the chat. But the point is, we know that when it comes down to winning a title, only Liverpool have been able to prove it, right? Liverpool, to what Conway says, and I agree, Liverpool have only won their league titles when they haven't been challenged, when they've been able to run away with it comfortably, right? Let's be real. We fell off, and Arsenal fell off, and they didn't even challenge. When Arsenal had opportunities to challenge, at least apply some point pressure to them, they didn't. Liverpool would draw, they would draw. Liverpool would lose, they would lose. It was terrible. So we have to see how these clubs deal with that pressure together. And from a 3-horse race, it's still considered to be Liverpool and Arsenal. I want to focus on Liverpool and what we can't dismiss, right? Everybody in the chat, good looking out. Please equal the number of that are watching with the likes. It's so helpful with the channel and the comments. You guys are a part of the show, despite me not bringing it to the screen all the time, because I am having some great input from Agent Conway and Agent Carl, or Agent Gunnelorian, I should say. But continue to chat amongst you guys, because I am seeing it and I'm bringing them to the surface when relevant. The Newcastle game, Gundalorian was foreshadowing, gave a little prequel to it. We will address it on another show, whether it's over here on my channel, Vatorgames TV, True City Fan, or Pitch Points. We will definitely discuss that Newcastle game going into it. But I want to keep focused, because last season we can't ignore, right? As much as Liverpool fans are talking now realistically on what Slot is, he was a genius last season. Now he's just the manager that's got found out, right? I'm seeing it in the chat as well. Arne Slot has been found out. We'll see what he can do, but also I think he was found out early last season. But you know what was the difference? The difference was this man right here. And I'm not gonna, no shots, no disrespect. What he did last season was ridiculous. Goal scoring, goal creation, right? His creativity, his assist, off the charts. He was nearly there to break the GA record, right? He was doing a madness, and he almost broke Henry's assist record, which is exclusive to KDB and Thierry Henry, 2 GOATs. But we clearly see that Mohamed Salah is not at the level. When Gunnelorians, and I get it, saying that Liverpool will be that team that we need to maybe be most concerned about focus-wise, because again, might be disagreement in the chat. I think Liverpool have the best 11. I think Arsenal have the best squad. I think we have the best experience. Now, whether that translates into who's got the edge with regards to closing out the season, we'll wait and see. But I got to emphasize, this guy's not at the level. So when this guy, is it to be expected that he's going to turn it on? Is it going to be expected that someone else is going to step it up? We're told all the time, we're Holland FC. Without Holland gets injured or Holland's not available, City, they're not going to be at it. Well, I think we're seeing that Liverpool were Salah FC. I mean, who's stepping up? The big signings that they all spent the big money on, those players haven't stepped up. So who's carrying this league? Szoboszlai? Szoboszlai's been their best player so far. So Liverpool. Go ahead.
I
Carl,
mean, people talk about the best 11, right? And the unfortunate thing is that, in my opinion, this is just me, right, is we're looking at City with the eyes of last season and not what's in front of us based on the players' form. I'll give you an example. Nico O'Reilly, left back. Name me right now a better left back between Liverpool, City, and Arsenal in terms of left back. Who's better than O'Reilly right now?
There's none, bro. There's none.
There isn't any.
Thank you very much. Right?
Yeah.
Right now, number 6, you have Rodri coming back. Okay, he's not fit, right? But Gonzalez is playing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Gunno, we hear you. You're good. I think Bluetooth might have disconnected.
Do you know what it is, Vay? I just want to touch
Yeah,
on
go
the
ahead.
guy that you have on your screen there, Salah, yeah? And I want to approach it from a different angle. I'm going to crash it on this guy. Why I'm going to
Whoa.
crash it on him is because I'm not hearing the same vim, or people are not approaching on how they speak about Salah's form this season, which has been absolutely shocking for a PFA Player of the Year. Because
Ooh.
when my guy Foden won the PFA Player of the Year, and the season after, which was last season, had a poor season to his standards for a PFA Player of the Year, everyone was on Foden's neck. Why am I not hearing the same vim from a guy that just won PFA Player of the Year for a team that won the league title in Liverpool and signed a new contract, which every Liverpool fan wanted Salah to sign a new contract, which, by the way, made him the most highest paid player in the history of Liverpool Football Club? Why am I not hearing the same vim when it comes to this guy? Salah, since he signed that new contract, which was in March, I believe, around that period, has been shocking. This was even before the last season ended. From March onwards, up until this point, which we're currently in November, his form has been very poor. Not for only club, but for his country as well.
Conway, please keep spitting. I gotta make a quick call. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. Since we're currently on the international break, I'm seeing Kusanov for Uzbekistan locking him up after O'Reilly just did a pocket job on him as well. So why are people not talking about how Salah's been shocking in terms of his standards as to what he's produced for Liverpool and his club and his country this season, man? That's what I have a problem with, because they were so quick to get onto Foden when he won his PFA Player of the Year, but they didn't want to touch on Salah. And yeah, people can talk about how the big money signings need to step up. When you have experienced players in your club, the likes of Van Dijk, who I don't think has been up to his standards so far, the likes of Kanate, who I don't think has been up to his standards so far, the likes of McAllister, these guys who just won the league title last season, Gravenberch, and more importantly, Salah. Why are they not firing and all cylinders from a team that just won the league title last season, and they've never had the opportunity in the history of the Premier League to do back-to-back league titles? Why are they not looking at it like, yo, that's something that us as a big football club in Liverpool need to accomplish? But instead of doing that, they decided to take a back seat, and I'm not writing them off. But currently, as we stand, who here thinks Liverpool are going to win the league title? I don't think they're going to win the league title. So this is what I'm looking at Liverpool to do. And Mo Salah, their talisman, what is going on with him since he signed that new contract? And especially since he just won the PFA Player of the Year award.
True.
This is shocking, man. I had to touch on that.
No, you were on point with that one.
Are you on mute?
Am I on mute? No, I'm good. Can you hear me? You guys not hear me?
Sorry, buddy, I'm home now. My car was playing tricks on me.
No worries. I figured the Bluetooth was.
Yeah, sorry, Conway. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries.
No, you're good. I was just saying. Listen,
Okay.
I need to let Conway cook. Maybe
Go ahead,
Conway
Conway.
wasn't hearing me for some reason, but he was
left
cooking.
him?
We
lost him?
He'll be back.
Okay.
But the emphasis with regards to what we are seeing performance-wise last season with Mo Salah, and then how he's playing this season, I agree with Conway. He was saying, listen, the amount of vim, the amount of consistency, the amount of relentless criticism, where is he, that was applied to Phil Foden. Like I said, and we know this, everybody in the chat that are regularly on these shows with me know that the media darlings never get the venom that they should be getting. They never get talked about. And on this show in particular, we're not going to address it because we got other agendas to apply with regards to the international break and what is moving forward. But we've seen it. There's the protectiveness of Verts is crazy, undeniable. There's no hiding from it. There's no, oh, you know what? You could be wrong, Vader. I don't see it. No, it's blatant. It's in our face. Verts is so protected. They're talking about running stats. They're talking about chances created stats, and when all of the previous ones with regards to what was spent to get them there and what they delivered, listen, the effectiveness that we're seeing on Verts is nowhere near the effectiveness that we've seen from our player in Grealish, from what we've seen from Caicedo or Enzo over at Chelsea, or even for what we've seen in past seasons with regards to big spending, even with regards to players over at United. It's the protection's wild, and we can't escape it. But I'm gonna wait until the season gets back into the mix, even as it comes down to Mo Salah turning it around, which I expect him to. You can't sign that monster contract. You can't say that I'm going to be here for another 2 years and perform like this. He's got to turn it. He's got to turn it around. But I completely agree with Conway. They're not talking about it enough. They aren't. So forgotten. And Insomniac reminds us that even the Isak record signing, that it's okay for him to just be on the bench. It's okay for him not even to register a GA when he was making his appearances for Liverpool before the injury. I think everybody else would get killed for it. Now, one thing over at Citeh Intelligent Agendas, and I'm doing my best to have this show regularly on Sundays if I can. It's great to have Conway in the mix, and it's great to have Gundalorian Pitch Points. Both of their ats, right? Both of their handles are in the description. Please hit them up. Follow them on Twitter X. Conway's always representing, dealing with these rivals on Twitter X. And if you're looking for the tacticals, if you're looking for some of the breakdown, like let's reset and actually look what managers or look what clubs are trying to do. Pitch Points is always a great point of view, and Gundalorian, his handle on Twitter X. Now, we got to point out the games that Liverpool now have coming back from international break. All right, we're going to do this in reverse because we first talked about it when we were doing it with regards to Arsenal. But after international break, Liverpool at home play Forest. Now, this is a different Forest. It's a Forest that now has a manager bounce potentially. But we know Sam Dice is over there, right? Sean Dice is over there. And his style of play typically is something that Arnie has been complaining about. So we'll see. I know Liverpool fans are going to be like, many Liverpool fans already want him out. Like this international break exposed a civil war amongst Liverpool fans. But this game versus Forest, I think it's got to be not just a result. I think if they don't see I don't think if they don't see a dominant performance from Liverpool versus Forest, I think it's going to kick off. And then they got Champions League 4 days later. They got comfortably, I know they're playing away at West Ham, but they got West Ham. And then after West Ham, 4 days after that, they play at home Sunderland. So their next run of games is pretty good with the exception of Sunderland. If it's not dominant performances, and we'll obviously speak preview wise a little closer to it, but the next 4 games, if they're not dominant performances, I think the Liverpool fans are going to be like really loud. I think they're going to be moving like Chelsea fans and saying, get this manager out. I think it's going to be one of those. So we're going to pay very close attention, because here at CIA, if we can dismantle regimes, if we can get some of these important figures out, like unfortunately like the real CIA do, then we will do that with regards to Liverpool. If Arnie's got to go, he's got to go, and we'll plant that seed for it. Our club, Manchester City. I'm going to obviously talk about what we've seen from an international break standpoint. So obviously we've had players go away, play for England. We've had players go away to their respective countries. I don't know if you saw maybe just highlights or you saw some of the great moments, but Holland scored against Italy more than once. The man, the
was Gigi in goal?
He
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was. Now, I don't want to hear any conspiracy that Gigi let goals in. He didn't do that. Stop it. Don't do any of that nonsense. But it was a very, very good performance from Holland. It ended up being 4-1. 4-1, and Holland subbed on. When did Holland? He scored in like the.
He scored around the 70th and the 60th minute.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, 78th and 80, like within minutes of each other, he scored.
Yeah, after he scored his first goal, like 2 minutes later, scored his second.
Yeah, it was wild. He was in really good form. I think that he's playing with so much self-belief, and it's apparent. It's like he knows what his powers are. It's one of those where there's something to be said when you know what you're good at, you know what you're not good at, and to be able to avoid that, or have that understanding is huge. And I think Holland was very impressive. Also, I don't know.
Conway,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Conway, right? Some of my friends who are Nigerians, and some from Nigeria too,
Sorry,
right?
but yeah. Listen,
They were,
I'm married in. Sorry,
nah,
Carl.
I don't
I'm
get it.
married into I'm married into Nigeria. So,
Commiserations, man.
yeah,
But,
man. It's
listen, they're not serious. I've always said it from day one. They're not serious. They're saying that Osimhen is better than Haaland in the World Cup. I'm like, shut up, man. What are you talking about?
wait. That was some of the talks.
Oh yeah, amongst my family, again, my countrymen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. The
No, but
fam.
but
what are
Yeah.
you?
but, but Gundo, do you know why I don't have an issue with that? That's just them backing their fellow countryman. I understand it, bro. That's their fellow countryman,
That's
isn't it?
true. That's true. That's true.
So
Yeah. I mean, they're doing it out of
yeah, out of love
heart.
for their country. I
Yeah.
understand it. I understand it.
It's crazy. It's crazy to even say that. But I have to say, Holland's performance is crazy. It's
Hey,
actually crazy.
shout out to Oscar Bob. He's the one that got the assist for Haaland's first goal. And you see in I don't know if you watched the game Italy versus Norway, Carl. How the Norwegian manager was utilizing Oscar Bob when he brought him off the bench. He didn't put him on the right wing. When Oscar Bob came off the bench, he was sort of playing in the left 10 role, and he was occupying the central areas like what Oscar Bob used to do for the EDS. And that's when he got into a position where he could provide the assist for Haaland. That's where I think Oscar Bob plays his best football. And I know he probably won't get the opportunity to see that sort of Oscar Bob playing that same role as he did when he came off the bench today for Norway, because obviously Pep's just going to keep playing him on the right wing. But I thought when he came off the bench, Oscar Bob was terrifying. Like the Italy's backline didn't have an answer for Oscar Bob was given to them over those last 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think Oscar Bob learning of what it takes to be his absolute best. It's best for him to stay here, and for him to compete, I think is a really good challenge because it's only going to get him better. I think he has a shot of being a quicker choice of starter versus Savinho. I think he can. I think he should look at, what, I'm gonna compete to do that. If it's gonna be what Pep's kind of been doing with obviously even starting Foden out, or even Shirky, what he's doing and bringing them centrally. I don't know if Oscar Bob does that, but I hope he stays. I think he's a talent that would benefit more with being amongst all of this competition than it would be to like, oh, I'm gonna get more playing time somewhere else. I don't know.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it pans out towards the end of the season. But I just want to go back to Haaland because I didn't talk on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that guy dragged this country, captained this country to the World Cup. Norway haven't been to the World Cup in nearly 30 years. I think this is monumental for such a small nation. And I've been to Norway multiple times. It's a beautiful country. I've got a couple of relatives that live there, so they're celebrating. But I think in nearly 30 years, for you to drag your country to the World Cup and what he's done, they've played 8 games in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Haaland scored 16 goals. So he doubled.
Crazy.
He doubled his goal tally per the number of appearances that he had in the 8 FIFA World Cup qualifiers that Norway had to play. 16 goals in 8 games for Norway for the FIFA World Cup to get your country to the World Cup. I mean, that in itself is just an insane stat when I saw that a couple hours ago after the game ended. I think this guy, well, we're looking at a generational striker, man.
Absolutely.
Because this is not normal what we're witnessing, I'll be real.
It's not, and I want to say this, and everybody in the chat, good looking out for being a part of the convo and hitting that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, if you're new, and definitely know this show is going to be a regular. I mean, I'm going to do my best for the time slot to be consistent, but this show, if we can all meet up on Sundays, would be amazing. What Conway points out, and this is where we can get we can take it for granted. Some of us can, but when you see, and it should have jumped off at the page for many of you, when you see like quickest to do this by 50 goals, or quickest to do this by 100 appearances, or quickest to do, when you see stuff like that, know it's special. Know it's special. And Haaland is making a lot of these things that were monumental, like big achievements. He's doing it at a lightning pace, but he's doing it because of how great of a quality player he is, and we definitely shouldn't take it for granted. I want to thank Gundelorian Pitch Points. I want to thank Conway. This Haaland performance, I hope it carries on for the remainder of the season. everybody that was in this chat, I hope you guys continue for the remainder of the season and enjoyed this. I have to abruptly end the show. I'm going to do my best to add timestamps. All right. So if you're revisiting on the playback, please know I'm going to add some timestamps. And if you were here live and you had to leave, come back here and there. I hope you come back and catch these timestamps as well. My man, Gun DeLorean, my man, Conway, thank you guys for being a part of the show. If there's anything you guys want to say with regards to what you might be involved with moving forward, please let the chat know. If not, I'm going to sign off.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The people enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, no, big up Carl, man. It's been a minute, but big up Vator as well.
I missed you, Conway. Yep. Thank you, Vader.
Yeah. No worries, guys. Bless each and every one of you. Enjoy this outro as I sign off, and I'm going to do a proper one for CIA, but enjoy this Why Always Me outro, and I'm going to catch you guys.